Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and around Black Friday a few months ago there was kind of a lot of excitement around these tiny toolboxes. These things have been around for a while, maybe not necessarily these brands, but the idea of a tiny or jewelry box toolbox is kind of one of the ways that these were actually originally marketed. Years ago I had a green snap-on, kind of the lime green. I liked it for no particular reason, it was just cute. But I could find zero use for it. It also had a fold-down cover, kind of like a real snap-on road toolbox, which made it a little tougher to use. You either had to have it all the way open or all the way closed, which meant you couldn't access the drawers unless you lifted up the lid. But anyway, these are back. They're back in multiple colors. You can get this one, I think, in 3 or 4 different colors. Kobalt's got a few of them. Obviously, Snap-on's still around with theirs, and there are a few other brands. But anyway, there was a lot of excitement because, well, Harbor Freight was selling these for 10 bucks, and it's a heavy metal toolbox. It's kind of an interesting design. I'll get into that, but I couldn't figure out what you do with it, and apparently that's also something that has come up. I mean, there have been a lot of, other internet sensations recently where everyone's jumped on, the bandwagon, the Icon knife, the Ozark Trails orange-handled knife. So I think this was part of that. It's another interesting thing that people are trying to find a use for. I mean, is a $10 knife really what you need? But anyway, so I decided I'd take another spin with these and see. And what I've decided, was kind of a challenge, was what could I do with it? So I originally thought small parts, or sometimes because of the size it can't take everything that's within a certain workspace or genre or something, say battery charging or camera stuff or charging ports and cords. I mean, it just doesn't fit it all, so then you've got another problem. You need something bigger. And I do use larger toolboxes for all kinds of stuff besides just tools. But anyway, I thought small electronics, just to see, and throw this out to you. What would you do with one of these things? Obviously jewelry is a popular thing if you don't mind having, a toolbox somewhere. So I thought some of the, more sensitive items. I've got some scales here. I've got my Olsa digital caliper, night vision, thermal imaging, laser distance measuring. In here, a couple of range finders, my PB Swiss torque handle with the digital display on the back side. The difference between these two, well, they both have drawer slides on the sides, which is kind of an interesting thing. I'll show you on the Kobalt here. It's not the smoothest. Harbor Freight seems to have by far the best, the most affordable, I think the best cover. Notice this stays up. It stops right here. It does come with these little plastic or kind of rubberized dampeners. Kobalt, on the other hand, the lid flips all the way over and slams down. Once it's up, you don't get a lot of space here. I was trying to figure that out. In fact, I can see some debris there. Interesting. But if I put like this Milwaukee angle gauge in here, obviously slide it to the middle, you can see it's not closing. And then if I put it in the Harbor Freight one, even less. Just going to move that over. You see that? So the Harbor Freight actually has a narrower top. These drawers are actually quite good. Get that out of there, that crazy magnet. So you can see I can put it easily in the top drawer. And then the bottom drawer, plenty of room there. And this one, I've dropped in some larger items. Night vision, Milwaukee non-contact temperature probe. But you can see there is a lot you could do with it. Small parts, things that you want to have quick access to, but not necessarily leave out, like your radiation monitor or your thermal imager. But notice also back there, I can't easily reach this thing because the drawers don't come out all the way. So if I pull this out, that's as far out as it comes right there. So you can see I'd have to, somehow reach in and pry it out. There's my Klein digital angle finder. So I can wedge a lot of stuff in here, but easily getting it out might take some effort. Anyway, They're pretty handy. This one was selling on the low end for $10. You can also get it on, coupons, general coupon sales. But anyway, easily under 20 bucks. And this one around the same, depending on what they're doing. I did notice that most of them were sold out right away. And when they were sold out, over the Black Friday, I just kind of waited. They're back in stock in a lot of places. And that's kind of good. However, I think they're much easier to buy than they are to figure out what to do with. What do you do with it? And then after a while, is it really that convenient, or is it just too small, or do we just like it because it's cute? Maybe there's some keep your wallet or something in it, but it doesn't have a lock, so there's that. Anyway, if you've got them, what do you do with it? If you don't have them, is it something you even want, or is it just some trendy little, tool trinket that is attractive to us because it's reminiscent of something, much larger or much more fun, and it just happens to be small, and that's always attractive, is, the little tiny versions of things. So anyway, let me know what you do, and with that, Doc out.